Hello friends, and welcome to North Star Stamper. I'm Sue Kramer. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Minnesota, and I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I hope you had a good weekend and got to see some friends and family and eat some yummy food and celebrate however you celebrate. I'm not done celebrating because I am going home to Michigan to celebrate with my family on Friday. So thank you for joining me. Hello, hello. Okay, I think we're going to get started. So we're going to do an embossed resist technique. I'll show you my card samples and then we'll talk about what I used. This one wasn't as wow, but it does show you the technique pretty well. So you stamp in Versamark and then you emboss with clear powder, and this was on Pale Papaya. And then you heat set that, which melts the powder. And then in this case, I stamped over the image with the green leaves, and that is garden green. And then I used a paper towel to wipe off the green because it did stamp on top of my flowers, and you wipe it off. So that one's not as much of a wow. But the fun thing about this card is I use new products. So has anybody else received their catalog and celebration brochure from me? I got mine 2 weeks ago today, and I only know of a handful of people who have received it. So this is the one I'm talking about. The January through June mini catalog, and the celebration brochure comes with it in the package. So please let me know if you got it. It doesn't start till January 4th. So next Tuesday. So you have another week before you can even purchase from it, unless you become a demonstrator, and then you could purchase from this catalog in your starter kit. So if you have yours on page 26, you will see the Boughs and Blossoms stamp set that I used to create this card, and the punch that coordinates with it. Hopefully you can see there. Sorry for the glare. Hello, I see a lot. So when I look at my phone on the camera view, I see lots of little faces up there. So thank you for joining me. So this is a new punch, the Boughs punch that I used to the garden green pieces there. So, and then, so that one isn't quite the wow factor that the second card is. And I even went, oh, when I did this one. So you do it the same way. You stamp in Versamark ink, and you emboss with clear embossing powder. And then in this case, and what we're going to do today, we're going to use pink with the flower instead. You use your wide water painter and to create the wash over top. And where you have embossed resists the ink. So that's why it's called the emboss resist technique. And then you can guess that this little piece of cardstock, I have lots and lots of these, are my leftovers when I cut down my white for my layers like that. So, Alma received hers. Good. And Mom got hers today too in Michigan. Alma is up north. Kathy has not in Missouri. Okay. Jean did. She's really close to me here. Okay, so some of you have, you're starting to. So just be patient. They're coming. If you don't have them by January 4th, we'll figure something out. So, all right, let's get busy. I'm going to leave this here so you can kind of see what I'm doing. So I have just a piece of white cardstock. When you do this wash technique using cardstock, you can't go over it a lot. It's kind of what you get is what you get. You don't have time to play with it because you can kind of see here the cardstock does warp. You can see right there. And I used a lot of adhesive on the back of that. So I'm going to put a piece here. We're going to try using this big block instead of my normal. All right. I think we're good. We don't sell these anymore, but hopefully you have one if you do embossing. It takes the static off of my cardstock. I forget what it's called. Oh, did I tell you the butterflies from there are from the Dragonfly Garden, and the colors I used on that were Balmy Blue and Pacific Pink. We are just going to use polished pink on our flowers this evening. So All right. So I have clear embossing powder in here, and I leave the lid so I don't have to label it. That does my labeling for me. So get this all ready to go. And hold down there. Okay, so Versamark ink, and we're going to use the same flower we used on the other one, or do I want to switch flowers? This one's already on the block and it's ready to go. All right, so ink, ink, ink. Make sure you can see. This is Versamark, and it is a pigment ink, so it doesn't dry quickly. And I know you can't see it. I kind of can, and I'm going to go every which way. Kind of like our dragonflies over there. Ink, ink, ink. Make sure I do like going off the edge of my paper. I'll go kind of quick here. There we go. Put this away. And of course, you're not going to be able to see this. You could do this with colored embossing powder. You could use the metallics. I just like the idea of using the clear. So I'm just putting it on there and I'm dumping it back in. Have you tried this before, or have you seen it before? It's kind of a fun technique. You do need quite a few tools and whatnot to do it. I think people new to embossing wonder if they can use a hairdryer, and no, it doesn't get hot enough and it blows too much air. I had a little edge there, which I just used my finger, my paint brushes across the room. All right, so that's just the clear embossing powder on white, nothing too exciting. Sorry, I do need to heat this because I wanted you to see it from start to finish. And I missed a little bit of that flower right there. So hold on. I want to make sure this works because I do not have a backup. Oh, looks like I didn't stamp it. I must have missed the, it'll work. I must have been off my block there. That sounds funny. So I have to heat this up. And I'm hoping you'll be able to see. I like to hold it in one place, and then when it starts to melt my powder, I'm hoping you can see the bottom flower there on the corner. Getting hot on my fingers. All right. Hopefully you could see that. If I didn't get that one very well. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. But you have to get the whole effect. Let's get this out of the way. So I'm going to use my block as a palette. So for my dragonfly, I put a little bit of Pacific Point and a whole pad of Balmy Blue. Today we're just going to use the polished pink. So, polished pink ink. And I have paper towel handy. My water painter is just filled with water, and I'm going to drip it. Hopefully you can see. All right, good. I'm going to drip a couple, and I want it to flow. And I kind of like my setup here, so me being a lefty, you can see what's happening. All right, you ready? And I am just going to do like I did with that one. I'm kind of excited and a little nervous. I'm just going to brush it up. I kind of like the beginning of the brush there. Can you see? Oh, I just love it. Maybe we'll go from the other direction too. You can see where I've embossed the flowers it's resisting the ink. I think that's good. If I keep going, it'll warp even more. And then I'm just going to use my paper towel. Oh, I think my tablet is way behind my live video. Because I'm done coloring it in my video. I haven't even started coloring it. So hopefully you're following along. And it's really choppy, my video. Maybe I need to leave and come back. So let me know if you have any questions. All right. So you can see there's still some ink on top of the flower right there. So I'm going to use my paper towel to clean off my flowers, and they will be more white. I'm not rubbing because I don't want to spread the ink. There we go. That works. So this flower is not quite solid. You can see there's little dots in it. It would be much more effective and maybe dramatic with a completely solid image, but I wanted to use my new stamps, so that's what we used. And there is our technique. Now this you could use again. I am just going to waste that ink. It wasn't all that much. Clean it off and it's ready for my next stamp. All right, let's put our card together. Very fun technique if you haven't tried it. I have a polished pink card base already cut and ready to go. I have a little piece here. We're just going to make it monochromatic with my polished pink ink. And this stamp set says a little hello. I'm going to center it on there, hopefully. If not, you know I have, nope. I need a firmer surface. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate your watching. There we go. Whoa. Oh my goodness. Thank you. I'm glad you like this technique. I forget about it sometimes. Next week, I think we'll do a fun fold card with new products. So I'm going to use my banner punch. I like using the flag end. So what I do is I turn it upside down so I can center it. And get a nice end for my flag. I think we'll also trim this a little bit more. Now we just have to put our card together. All right. Card base. It is dry already. Which way? I think it's going to go this way. We are going to use seal. I was going to say snail. Let's get this out of the way. Oh yeah, I have a mess and I'm not even using all that much today. I think this is about to run out, so I do have a refill. I'm using a lot because it is warped. You could use watercolor paper and then you'd have a lot more, I'll say, opportunity to do some fun things with your water when you add the water. Let's see which way. We'll go this way. It's going to have to go there. I'm going to turn it over. And there's our card so far. And I do have my bucket of adhesives. We're going to keep it super simple. Just some dimensionals on our sentiment. And you know me, I can't talk while I take liners off my dimensionals. There we go. You could add a little bling, some rhinestones or something, but I want to keep it super simple. If it were a birthday card, I would probably add more, some rhinestones or some ribbon or something more like that. And I have another layer to put on the inside that's kind of a dark pink. And that's my card for today, Embossed Resist Technique. Let me bring all my cards back. I'll show you these again. There they go. Some new products. I was very excited for that stamp set. It's going to lend itself to lots of techniques for my technique classes coming up at the end of January. We'll use daubers to color in the flowers and maybe the leaves. We use the water painter. We could use blending brush to do backgrounds. So this will be a great stamp set for our techniques classes. So there we go. Let me see if you have any questions. Thank you, thank you. Real Red. And I'm not sure what your... Oh, you think I should have done this in Real Red? This was Polished Pink. I think I said that. Oh, somebody said something about the strawberries. Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm reading comments backwards. So Anne's Real Red comment was in response to Kathy's comment about strawberries. All right. Gotcha. All right. Oh, good. Thank you, Kathy, for letting me know the video was okay. All right. I think we're good. I think we're good. I don't see any more questions for now. I always go back, and if I missed a question, sometimes I don't see all the comments when I look on here. All right. There we go. The Embossed Resist Technique. Thank you very much. Have a great week. Happy and safe New Year's celebration. And the plan is to be back next Monday with some new products, getting ready for the January through June mini catalog. I don't know. What else? Thank you. I appreciate you watching. And take care. Bye for now.